Hello, I'm Riley Sparks, and this is my story. In a small, cozy town nestled between rolling hills and leafy parks lived a curious child named Riley Sparks. Riley was 12 years old with a bright imagination and a heart full of kindness that made them a friend to all. Riley's world was one of gentle wonder. Their home was a modest, warm house on Maple Street where neighbors greeted each other with smiles and every corner held a story. The streets were lined with towering oaks and maples whose leaves danced like flames in the autumn breeze. It was the kind of town where everyone knew your name, and the neighborhood cats often lounged lazily in the sun. After school, Riley's backpack bounced lightly against their back as they hurried down the familiar sidewalk, eager to return to their favorite part of the day. Their mind buzzed with excitement, thinking about the worlds waiting for them inside the glowing screen of their computer. Riley's bedroom was their sanctuary, a cozy retreat where reality and imagination blurred. The walls were plastered with colorful posters of fantastic places, enchanted forests, soaring castles, and sprawling cities gleaming under starlit skies. Shelves overflowed with books about dragons, explorers, magic, and adventure, their pages dog-eared and loved from countless rereads. Next to the computer sat a small, shimmering orb, their loyal companion, Echo. Echo wasn't an ordinary pet. In the real world, Echo looked like a tiny glowing creature, a blend of a fox's curious eyes and the delicate flicker of a firefly's light. Their soft fur shimmered in hues of blue and violet, and their eyes sparkled with gentle wisdom and playful mischief. Echo's tiny paws often tapped quietly on the desk, as if eager to begin the next adventure. Inside the digital worlds of Roblox, Echo transformed magically to fit whatever world they visited. Sometimes Echo was a swift, shimmering dragon that soared through the skies beside Riley. Other times, a mischievous kitten weaving through crowds and causing soft laughter. Once, Echo even took the form of a brave little knight, shielding Riley with an invisible, steadfast courage. Despite all these changes, one thing remained the same: Echo's unwavering loyalty and quiet friendship. Riley never felt alone when Echo was near. Tonight, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky in pastel pinks and golds, Riley settled into their chair, their fingers trembling slightly with excitement. The familiar Roblox homepage flickered to life, its vibrant icons inviting Riley to explore once more. Their eyes scanned the screen, sparkling with anticipation. There was Brookhaven, a peaceful town filled with cozy homes, friendly neighbors, and the comforting hum of everyday life. Bloxburg, a bustling world where creativity blossomed with every brick placed, every garden tended, every room designed. Royale High, the magical academy of dreams where laughter and friendship filled the grand halls. And so many more, each a door to new stories and new friends. Each world shimmered just beyond the click of a button, a universe waiting to be discovered. But tonight, something felt different. A soft hum hummed through the speakers, a delicate vibration Riley hadn't noticed before. And then a whisper, faint, like a secret carried on the breeze, reached their ears. "Riley, come explore. A new adventure awaits." Echo's orb glowed brighter on the desk, their tiny paws tapping excitedly. Riley smiled, a warm flutter of excitement in their chest. "All right, Echo," they whispered. "Let's see what's out there." The screen shimmered and swirled out, colors blending and dancing like a kaleidoscope. A gentle glow wrapped around Riley, lifting them softly from their chair. In an instant, the cozy bedroom faded away, replaced by the vibrant colors and sounds of a new world, alive with possibility, mystery, and magic. The door to infinite adventures was wide open. This was only the beginning. Riley Sparks, brave, kind-hearted, imaginative, and playful, was ready to step through and explore the endless worlds beyond. With Echo at their side, Every challenge would be met with courage, every friend greeted with kindness, and every moment filled with wonder. For in Riley's heart, magic was everywhere, waiting to be found. In the quiet town where Riley Sparks lived, mornings began slowly, with sunlight streaming through soft curtains and birds singing outside the window. Riley's room was a cozy haven filled with colors and stories, a place where imagination had no limits. Riley often woke early, curling up with a book about faraway lands or fantastic creatures before the day truly began. Even though school could be a bit intimidating sometimes, Riley carried a quiet bravery deep inside, the kind that bloomed strongest when exploring new worlds in Roblox. At home, Riley's mom, Jessica, was always nearby. Jessica worked as a graphic designer from their cozy living room, the gentle tapping of her keyboard often blending with Riley's own excitement as they planned their next adventure. Jessica was warm and encouraging, understanding Riley's love for digital worlds and creative play. She believed imagination was just as important as homework or chores, and whenever Riley shared stories from their Roblox journeys, she listened closely, sometimes even joining in with a smile or a playful question. Riley's little sibling, Kai, was 7 years old and full of energy. Kai loved simpler games, the kind with bright colors and easy goals. Sometimes Kai tried to join Riley's Roblox adventures, watching wide-eyed as Riley and Echo explored new places. "Can I come with you this time?" Kai asked one afternoon, bouncing with excitement. Riley smiled gently, ruffling Kai's hair. "Of course, Kai. One day I'll teach you all the tricks." Nearby lived Grandma Evelyn, a kind-hearted woman with soft silver hair and warm hands. Grandma was famous for her cozy treats: cinnamon cookies, honey-drizzled scones, and the best hot chocolate in town. On weekends, Riley loved visiting her, listening to stories about when she was young. "Back in my day," Grandma would say with a twinkle in her eye, "we didn't have magical digital worlds, but every story had a little magic, just like yours." Those visits grounded Riley's adventures, reminding them that magic lived in both the real and virtual worlds. School friends were another important part of Riley's life. Max, Riley's best friend since 3rd grade, was practical and witty. Max loved competitive games and was often Riley's teammate in Royale High or Pet Simulator, always ready with a clever plan or a quick joke. Luna was a newer friend, met inside the vast worlds of Roblox. Creative and artistic, Luna loved fashion design and role-playing games, making the digital spaces shimmer with her imagination. She and Riley often exchanged ideas for new outfits or storylines, their friendship blossoming over shared dreams. Toby was a little shy, but his gentle love for animals made him close to Riley, especially in Adopt Me, where they bonded over caring for virtual pets. Toby's quiet kindness balanced Riley's playful humor, and together they discovered hidden secrets and little mysteries in the game. Though Riley was sometimes hesitant in real life, shy to raise a hand in class or speak up in a crowded room, inside Roblox, Riley was confident and brave. With Echo always by their side, Riley became an explorer, a creator, a helper. They used humor to break the ice with new friends, kindness to solve conflicts, and curiosity to uncover every hidden corner. Every evening, after the homework was done and the dishes were washed, Riley would return to their glowing portal, the computer screen, ready to dive back into worlds where anything was possible. No matter where the day took them, Riley knew that with family, friends, and Echo, every adventure was better shared. And so, the ordinary days in the small town carried a quiet magic. A magic that Riley Sparks was just beginning to understand. School wasn't always easy for Riley Sparks. The halls of Maplewood Middle School buzzed with noise, chatter, and shifting groups, and sometimes that felt overwhelming. Riley wasn't the loudest or most outgoing kid. They often preferred listening and watching, quietly weaving their thoughts into stories and ideas. In class, Riley sometimes hesitated to raise their hand, worried their answer might be wrong or that others wouldn't understand their imagination-fueled way of thinking. The bright, confident explorer who roamed digital worlds felt shy in these moments, yet Riley's kindness did not go unnoticed. A small circle of friends like Max, who was quick with a joke to ease the tension, and Luna, who shared Riley's love for creativity, made school days brighter. They cheered each other on, celebrated little victories, and stood together when things felt tough. One afternoon, Riley struggled with a math problem, numbers swirling confusingly in their mind. Frustration crept in. "Maybe I'm just not good at this," Riley whispered to themselves. Max noticed and leaned over. "Hey, want me to explain it a different way? Sometimes it helps to see it from another angle." Riley nodded, grateful. In that moment, they realized everyone had strengths and struggles, and asking for help was a kind of courage too. But beyond the classrooms and playgrounds, Riley's inner world was a tapestry of hopes, fears, and dreams. Sometimes, late at night, Riley wondered if they would ever truly fit in. Would others understand their gender-neutral identity? Would their playful humor and imaginative ideas be seen as strengths? Those fears were real, but so were their hopes. Riley dreamed of a place where everyone could be exactly who they were, where kindness was the rule, and where adventures waited for anyone brave enough to seek them. It was this dream that fueled every click, every leap into the worlds inside Roblox. And at the heart of those journeys was Echo, more than just a pet, but a companion born from Riley's deepest imagination and kindness. Echo had appeared in Riley's life one quiet afternoon, shimmering into existence from the light of a forgotten wish. No one else could see Echo. Only Riley. The glowing creature had stayed, a symbol of hope and courage. Together, they shared a silent language of trust and understanding. Echo seemed to sense Riley's feelings, when to glow softly in comfort, when to flicker with excitement, and when to transform to meet any challenge. "Echo, do you think I can be brave enough?" Riley whispered once during a moment of doubt. The little orb's light pulsed warmly, as if saying, "I believe in you, and I'm always here." In school, at home, and inside every adventure, Riley carried this quiet strength, a heart open to friendship, a mind rich with dreams, and a spirit ready to explore. Because sometimes being brave wasn't about shouting the loudest. Sometimes it was about taking one small step forward with a friend by your side.